believe Mark told me about it.
I found out about it on Facebook as well as through friends.
I was told by my tutor that we were seeing a special Q&A with the director on the film itself.
I got an email on my Queen's Q&A.
So we have the list of all the sort of films that we're going to be screening for each week, and this one for adaptations week for this.
Because I'm interested in transnational, transcultural adaptation. I'm interested in Asian cinema. I am interested particularly, I suppose, I'm familiar with Hamlet. And I was particularly interested to see how a Chinese director would engage or not engage with the potential issues surrounding making something set in Tibet, and how modern politics might inform a period adaptation.
Well, I've always enjoyed Hamlet. It's one of my favorite Shakespeare plays, and I've also seen a few adaptations of it. I've seen the Laurence Olivier one and the Ethan Hawke one, so I thought I'd like to see this one.
Simply for the simple fact it was nice to have the director there, and especially if you have any questions that I'd like answered, because every time you watch a film you always have some questions in your mind, like, so okay, why was that done, or could this be done this way, and whose idea was to put this in this, because everything has a reason when it comes to film, if things being put in specifically. And it was just nice to actually ask the director there and then questions, especially from my point of view of music, which I found very interesting in how he selected the person, individual, and his styles and approach towards that.
It was more the Q&A with sort of have the director in presence.
Yeah.
I was very interested by to see what he would say for the Q&A.
That was a big draw, definitely.
Aesthetically, it was beautiful, very well shot on location in Tibet. I thought the casting was great, particularly the Gertrude and Claudius, the actors who played them, very good. I thought there was a lot of dramatic tension in it.
I liked the whole lapdog thing at the start, even nudged him, and I was like, wow, like I didn't expect that. I really liked that, yeah. I love the colours, I love the costumes, I love the costumes. The costumes I just fell in love with. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I really liked how he used Tibetan culture and how women were more featured in the film than in the original Hamlet. So it's kind of an interesting mix.
And the director later in the question and answer session talked about catharsis. And I think Hamlet is often such a negative sort of play, it's difficult to get that sense of catharsis. But I think this adaptation really brought that out.
Definitely made me see it in a completely different way, made me much more interested, and definitely followed the story a lot better, a lot easier, but yeah, I really did.
I'd love to read more about Tibetan culture. I'd love to get a bit more into that. Like, for example, the thing with the lapdog, I had absolutely no clue. Which I thought that was a very fun detail, and I love that he did so much research on it, so now I'm really inspired to kind of dig more into that.
I think there is so much emphasis put onto science, technology and medicine subjects, obviously and rightly, but at the same time it runs the risk of losing the aspect of the humanities and losing sight of what the humanities bring to culture, to individuals, to the economy, and to our understanding of ourselves, our cultures and other cultures.
So yeah, I think one thing is that, of course, screening it in a university and getting the kind of audiences that came for this would be interesting, because you have on the one hand a commercial filmmaker and on the other hand a sort of literate university, not to say common people aren't literate, what I mean is that, you know, people who sort of appreciate this from an academic angle. So I think the question and answer session particularly will be very fruitful because of something like that, because you're getting two different kinds of, you know, a filmmaker who's making something for the masses, and you're getting a sort of university crowd. So I think that makes for an interesting synthesis. I think it was a great success. It's been good, and I really enjoyed the question and answer session. So all in all, great success.
But I think it's a great idea because it opens up topics and areas that aren't exactly available to the public, that are more, you don't have to be an expert to go into that sort of film and that choice to watch that. I think it's good from someone like me, from like sort of a student point of view, to be subjected to different aspects of film. It opens up more opportunities to be subjected to these different types of film that we are not accustomed to, and definitely enlightens us more in the sense that we can see film through different